and then set up for a really quick retake. Mousesports aren't doing that. They're playing in the site, but they are at least taking similar ideas from that sense.
Yeah, this is still a very heavy amount of utility, and let's see if this little, we'll call it the Fnatic setup over at B is going to work. The nades do more than their fair share of damage, my word. Carrigan now, with softened up targets ahead, not actually able to find anything. It's poison to deal with him. Frozen, almost getting that trade, but not quite. Damage has been done. All these nades have been thrown, and the first two nades look stellar, but these next two that have gone out, you don't really have anything to show for if you're Mousesports, and all this utility is now gone. So, it's the mode out.
Yeah. This is a complex.
He's got to hold the line, because this push looks like it's going to come on through. Woxic has begun to rotate round, and now he meets up with Carrigan and CT. Nice. Bit of damage done, but still no kills. And CT control taken here by Complexity. Woxic in this smoke, and he's trying to play around with it, but to no avail. Bomb plant found, and a 4-on-3 in the post plant. Poison. There we go. He does get it eventually. I don't really know how, but see how resistant Mousesports are to the idea of rotating, right? Just because so many of these rounds have opened up with a bit of mid control taken by Complexity, and then falling back into a B play. But that's not looking like the case this time around. There's no one holding on to Banana, and Rops is going to spot the armada of Complexity players over its short side, but it might not matter. The site's already fallen. It's a 4-on-3. Once again, the man advantage for Complexity, and it might just have to be another save call for Mousesports. The old, kind of jokey name for these guys on Inferno was saves. Oh, that nade does a lot of damage into top mid, but Robs is going to get out of there. He's kind of realized what's coming his way, and Complexity, they have really kicked this round up a notch. Now, in amongst all of this, Woxic's got aggressive into the apartment. Frozen's pushed down the bottom of mid, so Mousesports, they know what's going on. They know what's coming their way, but it's not helped them in the grand scheme. Thankfully, that kill from Woxic and the follow-up has now put it in their advantage, and Mousesports might be about to get their first round here and now. Blame F in the clutch, and he's not able to... Man, Woxic was always a great AWPer, I absolutely love that he's found success in international lineups towards this stage of his career. And Carrigan going aggressive down through mid in this round. Actually only good for one. I thought he was going to chain together a little bit more, but somehow Config is just doing a great job of overstaying his welcome down here at Banana. Now there is Chris J hidden close, but Chris J is trapped by that. Oh my goodness! Config only had 2 shots left in the AK, and he puts up the kill. I don't know, man. I wouldn't want to go anywhere near him right now. Config is in scary CS mode. We haven't seen this from him in a while. Look, he's looking for even more. Woxic, don't go around the corner. Please, I beg of you. Config's not in the mood to miss right now. He's on 3, and this 4th has just been delivered to him. On for the ace.
For Robs at a good time, he's going to drop with it. Smoke towards short, and Complexity, here they come.
Yeah, it's another one of these long wraps for Complexity. They've been able to get away with a lot of movement over here towards long, and now they look to get in. See, look, there you go. There's the reconsider. They changed their minds. A Moto smoke has come in, and now they slow right down. And it's curious. They definitely could have tried splitting B, but with no Banana control, they just decide to commit to A, and they try and run the gauntlet here. Rush is going to deal with Rops, but there's only 7 seconds left. This bomb has got to get planted, and it's got to get planted now. Woxic could deny the entire round, and it's the no-scope through the smoke that makes it so. Blame F even going down after
trying to flank Moto to A site. It worked in the past until Woxic shut it down, and Complexity this time it doesn't work either. Mousesports put that Moto smoke at the 20-second mark, and that is everything, right? Complexity can't go through it. They know there could be an AWP pit. They have to go back round, and at that point they get hamstring for time. Now Mousesports have come alive. What is this? A flawless round from Mousesports. Frozen playing close, that smoke fades, here they come, the flash is good, Frozen has to hide at the back of the site, denied by the wall smoke. Config with an entry onto Chris as well. Rush, he's found Carrigan, and Frozen inside of the site on his own can only find Rush. It's a single kill and nothing more. 10 seconds for the plant is enough time for Cole. And more than well practiced are Cole. 8-3 up against Mousesports and a 3-man A setup. Cole have gone silent on B and come back towards A for a quick execute.
Yeah, looking to pick up the pace and hit him back inside of the site. We're looking at Chris J, Rops, and Carrigan to try and hold the fort. And while they've traded evenly, but they need a little bit more than that on Chris J now. And he's not able to put up the numbers needed. Still 0 kills to his name, 0-10 on Chris J, which is a little bit worrying now. Frozen and Woxic left in this 2v3 retake, and it's only Woxic left. This is probably another save here for Mouse.
Nope.
Ooh, bit of an exchange and Config. Okay, yeah, I was worried because like last time we saw him kind of looking good over at Banana.
I had my money on him hitting that second shot.
Yeah,
well.
yeah. It was getting worrying. Oboe and Rush and the rest of the gang, though. It's not B. That's not where they're looking to end up. Config was nothing more than a walking, talking, fragging decoy. And boy, now the rootin' tootin' shooting Cowboys over at the A-bomb site for Mousesports. For Mouse. So there's a timing, there's a world in which Complexity can kind of beat them to the punch at this A-bomb site. Now Carrigan has already arrived, so he's back in, and alongside him is Frozen. This is because they've set up Woxic with the AWP at Banana. It allows for this 4-man stack. Now will these 4 players be ready for the sheer speed that Complexity are dishing out in this round? Because they are already in the pit, they are hidden in this wall of smokes. This is such a confusing round, but somehow, some way, Mouse are looking to come out on top. Now whether or not it's going to stay that way, we've got to wait and see, but Rops certainly seems to think so. He's left it all on to Blame F, 1v3, and he can't get Sports out of the water early on. The Mousesports, they've righted their wrongs, and now they move into this T side. They're looking to get back into this game.
Yeah, Blame's been dinked immediately on B. Config is hanging around. He's still here, and there's more utility for Mousesports on this pistol, much as there was on the CT side. This time, at least 2 Kevlar players. Cole have 2 more on B, and Mousesports, they're going for it. They're committing. Smoke's landing. Could use the same one that Cole used against them on the wall side. Blame F dropping 1 though. Oboe here as well. Can't connect a couple of shots. The smoke is providing a bit of cover for Mousesports as they fire on through it, hitting the shots and pushing Blame to the back of the bomb site. This is falling apart for Cole. Blame needs to stay alive, but that P250 is lethal, and Rops makes good work with it. Rush on his own, been spotted. Plant can come through, and Mousesports at this point, it's a guaranteed round. The fate gone. Mousesports have to commit, and Complexity have not fallen for it. There's still 3 here. Mousesports have gone quiet. This almost feels obvious from this point for Cole, and they have to play very safe indeed. Util going down. Oboe, he's not got many kills, but he's got a lot of util. Would be nice to see some of that thrown out, and the Molotov will land after he takes a kill. Poison drops the bomb, and 1 by 1, Mousesports are just falling apart in this round. They have barely any util. They're walking into a stack. The B fake was not even close, and Complexity just hold the line down to find a 10th round. It's a save for Mousesports.
His timing on that was impeccable.
His team are playing from home. The only people who aren't playing from home are Rush and Oboe. They are in Denmark in a facility. So
in a facility.
In a of some sorts.
It sounds so ominous. Chris J out in top mid, and he's opened up onto Rush, who now he's just got to sit back in the facility and watch as Oboe tries to pick up the pieces. Poison inside of the site with this orb. We've been waiting for him to get rolling. Let's see it now, Poison. Second kill. There's a man on balcony, and Poison not ready, but he does get mopped up there by Oboe in the site. Woxic and Frozen left in this 2-on-4, and once again, Mousesports, they are set packing from this initial push. This time they've got time going their way, and a nice shot from Frozen has opened up this B bomb site. They've got to pick up the pace though, and no smoke for the cross. They flash over, but Woxic does not survive the journey. Frozen left in this 1v3. He opened up this B-side take with a stellar shot onto Config. Now he's got to continue in that fashion to the very end of the round. There's a deep smoke in CT, and Frozen's trying to keep an eye on it. 2 players here, make that just 1 as Frozen does strike 1 from the tally. That nade smoke has allowed a man to push up close, and Poison in through the banana will remove it. Complex.
But these are the ones, the BXX with Cole don't have a stack, and they're giving you the site. These are the ones Mousesports need to win.
Oh, and this Molotov has already done a great job of denying this B play. It's cut the offensive in half, and everyone's just hung out to dry at Banana. Blame F. Not like he was going to get flashed through there, but actually gets whited by his teammate, falls back, and just sets up for the retake. Now, I say retake, that's implying this bomb was ever going to get planted. However, Woxic took it back to Banana and tries to cross now that smoke has faded. Rops not even given a bomb plant in this one. And a 1v4 with 15 seconds left feels too good to be true, and that's because it probably is. Robs might just want to think about going down at this point because he's running the risk of dying after time. Complexity are just holding, knowing that they don't have to peek yet. They swing on him. They give him that one kill. They're trying to get it. And that was literally as the timer. And now with this bomb retrieved, they're going to set up over here on Banana. They've completely given up this top mid and apps control. They never even attempted it after Rops has fallen. They try and flash Blame F into Banana. Now, at the same time, a smoke has fallen at the top of B, but Mousesports, they wasted absolutely no time in pushing through it. And that kill from Carrigan, that felt like a must-have. If they get that one, I feel like Mousesports could take this round because suddenly they've got an avenue into the site. They've got Config having to worry about CT and Banana. And with it not coming through, it's now a 3-on-3, but they've at least dealt with Config inside of B. So a bomb plant is available to Mouse. They've got a chance. Ugh, it's not pretty.
Run.
You don't love it. And Woxic gets burnt very, very low, leaving the pool. This is still a scary round for Mowers, even with the bomb planted, because Complexity are here. They've been knocking on the door for a while, and they're kind of sick and tired. They're going to brute force their way in.
Yeah, Rush is really late here trying to clear out Banana, and that's why this is taking so long, but they're going to make contact first with Poison. He swapped out the AWP, and so Mousesports don't know Obo is also here. Rush is spotted, and he gets a kill. Doubles up. Rush just wins around on his own. No util need.
Still trickling out into this top mid area. But it's taken a lot of the momentum out of this round. They lose one of their smokes. They lose the utility that Woxic had in a round that Mousesports didn't have everything in. You look at what they've gained for it. Well, they're very much relying on just winning these fights straight up. And Blame F and Rush, they're doing a good job of holding this back right now. Blame F not moving. And a second kill found leaves all the pressure onto Rops in a 1v3.
Yeah, and I don't think he realizes he's killed everyone short side. He was looking at short for a second there, but with all the answers here, Mousesports might want to recruit him. They need some answers right now. 15 rounds for Cole, looking to take us to Dust 2, push us over the line. Good spray from Blame, but they actually finds nothing. The bullets were there. Mousesports were hiding, flashed out. They will push again off the back of the flash, blinding Cole, but still losing their life, still losing the fight, and still losing the map. Woxic falls last, and that's 16 rounds to Complexity on their map pick. And so that bodes well for Mousesports in this series. They may be down a map. They may not have looked super competitive on that T side of Inferno, but now is a whole different kettle of fish. Let's see if they can start to boil up as they get into this T side. A fast play down lower in the pistol round for Mousesports. It's lots of Kevlar for Complexity, and immediately a kill out middle. Poison's gone, and Mousesports will move up mid.
Yeah, Woxic even shooting the defuse kit. Now, that's not going to break it or anything, but maybe it's a sign of, I don't know.
Pushing it back.
Yeah,
He's
you
trying
know.
to push it back.
Okay.
Didn't really work.
Yeah, it didn't. I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty
don't
much
read
all
it
it is.
then.
I'm not assigning anything to it that it wasn't. Let's go. Up through short for Mouse. We'll lead the defuse kit in the back of our minds. A nice tag on a config. And Frozen deals with him at ramp. Obo now at long. Tapping down. And ooh, that's a nice kill on a Frozen. Okay. Oh, and a follow-up as well from Obo. All right, so now it's in... Oh, okay, Obo, on for the ace now. Of course, in the blink of an eye, he's gone from none to 4. From 0 to hero in this round. And it's only Carrigan left. He's flashed off the angle. The bomb is planted for him. But this should be an impossible clutch. And it's Obo with early kind of litmus test of this cat play from Mousesports in this game. 30 seconds left as they try and get into the site. Molly gonna force a man out from the ramp position, but it's actually Poison with his scout at long to deal with Carrigan as he moves into this site. And Poison's getting away with even more damage. A bomb plant will get found here for Mouse at the very, very least. But this scout has already done more than enough, and Poison is continuing to lay down the pain. Config comes in because he doesn't want anyone to forget about him while Poison's popping off like this, and this leaves Rops all alone. This is an undoable round. He knows it. We know it. He's backing out, and then he...
mollies, but still Rush hasn't gone for a full fight nor peek. The grenade should get some damage, but nothing significant. And this is a great angle to watch Pit. Woxic's even drop a flame, and Rush is trying to get aggressive. He will land that kill. Poison covering as well as drop the T AWPer, and somehow, some way, Complexity not only get control back of long, but get the bomb dropped to their feet. That kill would make every difference, but Chris will survive. Missed shot from Poison, and that's given Mousesports a way back into this round. Look at Carrigan.
Yeah, Carrigan being so deep within the site, that's a bit of a question mark. Not something that Complexity really know about. Oh, there we go. Carrigan has it under control, but now he's really got to have it under control. You know, you've kind of like tamed the beast a little bit. It's trusting you, but can you get Obo on side in this 1v1? He's 6-0 on the board, and he's looking to go Bames John, 7-0 if he gets this clutch. Looking for Carrigan, who's hidden at Goose, and Obo has seen him. He knows what's going on, and Obo is going to tap Carrigan out of the round. Here for Mouse, trying to scout this area out. Now, this is where Rush has been helped here. Poison's rotated back from Catwalk. A pretty ballsy rotation, all things considered, because there were players for Mouse there. BlameF is listening out for the cat play, and Poison is here to help Rush out of danger. That shot raining on in denies any attempt at the trade from Chris J. The molly is going to force Rush out into the open, but he gets away with a lot of damage before he goes down. And with 20 seconds left on the clock, Chris J on 10 points of health, this might just be a complexity round.
Yeah, if Mousesports don't save, I mean, Complexity could just hunt down these kills after time. That could be a bit of a problem. Chris looks like he wants to die. He's hanging out in middle. But now, well, now that's out the window. Now he wants to hold on to his gun, but Complexity might not let him live. They're going to push. They're going to get close. Oh, dear. Lots of noise made, but no wallbangs found. And Complexity, they'll take the round anyway. Keeping their guns alive, most important. Carrigan running forward up Catwalk with the flashbangs. There they go. And one player's going to drop. Carrigan's in the spawn, not for long. Blame will rid him of the round. And now it's a 4-on-4 with the bomb trying to get towards A.
Yeah, Poison has denied the first man out from Cat, and you can see what this has done to Mouse. They're going to maybe try and hit B because Rops has gotten into the site, and he's calling that it's clear. Frozen dealing with Poison at long, and it might seem tempting now to rotate back. I think instead they're going to use Rops as a lurk in through B to try and help the bomb, because the bomb is in a spot of bother. Woxic is trapped at Catwalk. And this whole round is hit like a very weird situation. Rops has just bailed Mousesports out in such a big way. At least he believes. With those 2 kills, there's only 1 man left. But Obo's already in B, and both players here for Mouse. Obo trying to break them up.
Yeah, and not really armed for the job, are they? Warp is available. Perfect position for Poison, holding Woxic before he even gets to that spot. And 2 pistols around, right? This round isn't as simple as that one opening kill. Mousesports have a far better weaponry than Complexity, and so this Warp needs to be very mobile for Poison. Unfortunately, he's away from the car right now, so if Mouse commit Cat, then he can't really have much to say into it. Rops is close in B, but not committing on his own. Mouse is going to go fast into this site. Poison's already made it, though. They are close in CT. He doesn't realize he's been tagged down. It's a wide swing from Blame, and Carrigan and Frozen combined for 2 kills. Bomb thrown on the site. Big play by Carrigan. The grenade will finish off the job, though, and he walks right into it. 3-on-2 for the retake, but no kid available. The problems just keep appearing for Complexity, and with a man down lower, they've got to deal with him as well. Rops waiting in the wings with 1. Config trades, and that's going to be a retake now up against Frozen on just 10 health.
Oh, and the flash is good. They know he's here. They know he's at ramp. Frozen, can he offer anything up? Swings one.
They're buying a hero AWP and a hero AK on an eco round. Like, this is rough for Mouse. These are the players that survived in the save the other day. But Woxic immediately removed, and that AWP is no longer in play. It's going to get picked up and wallbanged by Chris J. Dear, oh dear. Poison, you don't want to trifle with him. The experience on this man is not to be messed with, and he has at least opened up long, but that's not where Mousesports want to go. Smoke down lower, trying to stay alive in this position is Config, but it's going to be Obo drawing them in with fight. Trade is good. Config is still here, though, and Chris is not out of the woods just yet. That grenade misses with a flank. Shouldn't. The bomb dropped up top mid, and Rush coming down suicide. This is the last place Chris is going to expect, and Rush, timing is everything on this play. Chris is looking the wrong way, and he's making noise. Bomb picked up. Does Rush know? He's going to begin to move forward. Oh dear, it's ring around the rosy. Chris has cornered him, and Rush doesn't realize, at least not yet, but yeah, running, that will give it away. Rush should have this round under his hand, although Chris has spotted him. Oh, has someone commed it? No one's realized he looked right at his opponent. He's actually hidden right behind the box, sorry. The darkness eludes me again. Chris runs back towards long. Rush sees it from top mid. This is such a weird round. Rush has had a lot of opportunity, but he doesn't want to risk losing this one, and now he's going to pull his knife out and run on the flank. Chris kills him and fakes the death cam towards A. Config ain't falling for it, though, or maybe he is. Giving it due consideration. Going to come back towards middle. Good read by Config. He's got the situation under his hand, and he will be able to find it.
Was map 2, Big Inferno, as it's called, and it might be a big B rush. There's a lot of Bs in this one, but I don't know where I'm going with that. I tried to tie it in. I tried to tie in a B joke, but it didn't happen. Let's see, buzzing into this B site. It's Obo holding down the line.
How is
Bit of a hive mind, though, as all the rotations have come through from Complexity. Meantime, though, Blame F has to try and hold the line solo, and Frozen does best him. Let's see, up in the window, Poison looking to be the beekeeper, trying to keep this one under lock and key, but that molly is not what you wanted. He's actually... Okay, well, maybe that's what you wanted. Down to the 1v1, and Poison versus Frozen. Flash goes over the top. There's still a smoke in the door, and Poison is plagued with the indecision of what gun to commit to this with. Goes with the AK, lines up the shot.
Doors.
Oh, and they are just getting churned up. Obo at the B doors, laying down the pain. Does get a Tech 9 pressuring him close. And the rest of the gang are smoked off in mid, but the B players are holding their ground, at least right now. A bomb plant is available to Rops at a bare minimum, and that's something for Mousesports to work with. He's retrieved an M4. Don't think it's got any ammo left in it, so he's got to get this done with the Deagle, and he does find the first man in. He's just checked, and yeah, it's empty. Another for Rops, and the Deagle might be all it takes. Rops! What in good name is that? A fourth on the board, Mousesports. Oh boy, that is unreal. What? Unreal. He even checked the M4. No ammo in it, and commits with the D. Bigger rated Mousesports. Let's see, they're setting up over here outside of A. They're trying to get across with the smokes down, and shots start to rain on through for either side, and it's Rops to find the kill, offering up a little bit more damage, but now the Deagle of Rush. All right, come on, another D-ground, let's get it. He puts up 3. Can Obo finish off what Rush has started? We're down to this 1v2 clutch. The bomb dropped at ramp. Obo coming in from long, and Woxic, he's having a pivot between car.
For that one, a molly thrown from long. Config knows they could be close with the time that he's peeled away, and he's been peeled away for Rops' benefit, but that timing is unfortunate. Poison pushes as Rops looks to go in on that backstab, and now Mousesports are reduced to 2.
Yeah, and they waited all round for Rops to find anything with that flank, and he doesn't, so this gets mopped up there by Complexity. It's 9-3
on the A site, so Chris Shea, he's going to have that first point of contact out long A, and that's going to make things interesting. Rock gets absolutely smashed at the car, and it's only time tells. It takes now Chris Shea as well. Now we've got a bigger problem on our hands. Mousesports already find themselves down 9-6, but this looks like a bomb plant. Big grenade from Kerrigan. Touchdown even. Kobe Bryant in the house. And of course, 3v2. Blame F and Rush just trying to get this bomb planted, Harry.
Yeah, Carrigan is still a nuisance, still hidden in the elevator, and he's trying to ride this one all the way to the top. It's Carrigan looking for the last man at long. Blame F all alone, and he's getting pressured. He's getting shut down.
Carrigan's watching from the long side cold. They're not going to drop into sport. They're just going to fully commit to this cat cross, and the smoke's actually cut out Woxic. He's close to the scout. This is not where you want to be, because he's likely not going to be able to get more than 1 from this position before the trade comes in. Plant available, missed shot, Woxic running out of chances, and Rush will remove him from the round.
So if you remember, back on Inferno, this is what happened. The Force was stolen away by Complexity. And here, on Dust 2, you don't believe your eyes, but the Force Spy has been stolen away. He never sees one, so, you know, I think on the back of this Complexity are now coming to this conclusion that they were holding Cat, they were holding T-Spawn and like the tunnels area. No one's pushed, and so there's not going to be this early info system for Mousesports to play off of. And with only Woxic here, with Mouse being set up for a B play, as you've been prophesizing, Hugo, this might just have to be a save.
Oof.
You know, if Woxic had gotten 1, I think we see Mousesports attempt that retake. You know, if it's a 3-on-3, you've got a kit on Chris. You're on
an island. You're stuck in the pit. Poison has the cross covered. He's going to try and kill Config here. He knows he's behind blue. Carrigan not wanting to rush, drops back in the pit. Config takes him down, and now this scout might come and peek the AWP. That would be a big mistake. Config might bring the fight to him instead. Quick Molotov over the top. There's the AWP. Hits the tag. Woxic getting chased, and he won't escape. Not this time. Not alive. Poison moving up towards A, and Complexity. The full entourage of T's, 3 of them, trying to take this site.
Oh, and it's Config to open up. Man advantage taken now for Complexity, and Blame F even removing Chris J. Rops left in a 1v4, and he's looking like he wants to save, but at this point, you know, you're saving 1 M4 up against 14 rounds for Complex. That's worse than just one problem.
Yeah,
Hugo.
double the problem and half the solution, Harry. They also have no time to deal with it. This is a maths problem, and Mousesports, I don't know if they brought their calculators. Quick kills out long. Woxic, he's still here, but so with the scope of Poison. Oh, a missed shot. Woxic, he is on a timer, and Poison, he'll turn the clock off. Quickly deals with him. 4-on-2 as Complexity move up towards this A site. This long position has been so good for them in this game. Mousesports have not stopped it once. Rups is here. He's behind the smoke. He can go through. Config's looking deep past it, and Rups has a window. Rups has a gap. No one's watching this, and Rups could shut down this entire round on his own.
Ooh, Rops, come on, man, let's get it. 1v4, and he's opened up with one. They've left the bomb. They've left the bomb. Oh no, Rops is sticking it. They jump up, but the shots are missing. Rops has got the defuse, and no one gets him off of it in time. Gonna be a grind for Mousesports. Let's see if they're up to the challenge. Frozen flashed in, but not able to get a kill. This A site now belongs to Complexity. And once again, it's Mouse tasked with a retake up against overwhelming odds. And Obo, making matters even worse, single-handedly lays down the pain, even drops Config. So he's on 3 kills in this round, but only 2 of them on the enemy. Rops does get taken care of, and this was looking like maybe Mousesports could have found something, but now it falls onto Chris J alone with the Deagle, attempts the jump shot now. Obo, 4 kills in the
Complexity's powerful work, and right now they're looking to power through this map to finish it off. Fast play through middle. That molly will deny Woxic's re-entry past the smoke. They've got to go B. Chris is here. Quick trade, Config with a kill. One more man in the site, not for long. Obo's dropped him from the tunnel side, and now it is just a bomb part for Complexity. Mousesports 3 up, trying to play, trying to fight for survival.
Yeah, they do deal with Blame F down in mid, and they spot Obo in the lower tunnels. 2 players now for Complexity getting caught trying to retreat into safer angles. Poison missed flick and doesn't connect it the second time around. It falls onto Config, but he's closed in the doors. And now Config on Frozen, 1v1, time ticking away, and it's Config to swing wide and solidify the 2-0 victory here for Complexity. They take it to Mousesports on Dust 2.